Welcome back everyone to Basic Photoshop Tutorials. This week we're going to be revisiting the gloss effect, and it's a more advanced gloss effect. Some of you have asked me to do this one already, so I thought I'd do it now than instead of leave it till a later date. So let's get right into it. Here I have an icon that I've created already. It's just a power icon that I've just made from scratch, I guess you could say, and we're going to add some gloss to this and some nice effects. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new layer. Then we're going to go ahead and select the pen tool and make sure you have the paths option selected at the top and not the shape layers. Okay, then we're just going to draw anywhere. So just below halfway, just drag out the pen tool, and then on the other side do the same thing, and then create a nice little arch, if you will. Alright, and then finish that out by just creating an entire loop. Okay, so now that is our path. So what we want to do is actually I'm going to adjust this path by using the direct selection tool. I'm just going to pull this down a bit, right about there, and I'm going to pull this one to just up a bit. Perfect. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to go to paths in our we have layers, channels, and paths. Select the paths tab, right click, and make selection. Make sure you have 0 pixels selected and new selection selected as well, and hit OK. Alright, now we have this marquee happening. So go back to your layers, make sure you have that new layer selected, choose your gradient, choose a white to transparent gradient, or in this case I have black to transparent, and then we're just going to change the black down here to white. Okay, white to transparent, and then just below the marquee, hold shift, left mouse click, and drag upwards. Okay, now I don't like that. I'm going to back out. I'm going to do that again, a little higher up. Okay, that looks a little better. So now we have our gloss effect happening. Now hit Control and D to get rid of that marquee. Alright, so now we have the gloss effect happening there, and you notice there's an angle on it. That's exactly what we want, but it does bleed over the sides a bit. So to get rid of that, we're going to Control click on our bottom layer, which is the outline essentially. And then we're going to select inverse, and then we're going to hit delete, but we want to make sure we have the gloss layer selected. Okay, and then hit Control D, and that gets rid of your marquee. So now we have gotten rid of that bleed, and we have our gloss effect happening. However, it does still look a little stale, so we want to add a little more effect. At the bottom here, we're going to add another gradient effect, a darker gradient effect. So as to portray the light a little more accurately, so light would be coming from the top and the bottom would be a little darker in this case. So what we want to do is we want to Control click again that shape layer, which allows us to get the outline of our icon. Okay, and then you want to grab the gradient tool again if you haven't selected it already, and then go back down to your colors palette here and make sure you have black to transparent selected, black to white down there, and then black to transparent selected as your gradient. Okay, and then we're gonna hit OK, and then just come just below that marquee that we have selected. We're gonna create a new layer first of all, and then just below that marquee we're gonna hold shift and left mouse click, and we're gonna drag up again. Alright, and then you're gonna hit Control D. Actually, you know what, don't need to hit Control hit Control D, get rid of that marquee. We're just gonna pull this layer down so that it's covered and it's not bleeding onto the white, because we want it on just the red part. So there we go, we have a little bit of a gloss effect happening, and I'm just going to change the opacity of that darker layer so it's not as harsh. Okay, and there we go, we have a little bit of gloss happening, and we have the gradient underneath, which adds a little bit of depth to your icon. Now you can do anything with this pen tool. You can make any type of shape, as long as you have the path selected, any type of shape to make your gloss. So you can have it coming up and down and all around, just like that. Alright, and again, just do whatever it is you want and enjoy and create. So that's it for today, fairly short, but make sure you subscribe and rate and comment, and there definitely will be more videos to come.